it's the Rocket. Welcome to my new video. This time no bicycles, this time we're building vintage Bluetooth speakers. We're starting with a pair of bookshelf speakers. I've bought these in a thrift shop, only 30 euros. So with the amplifier that is less than 50 euros. For the power supply I'm using an old laptop power supply. You don't need expensive 24 volt. You can use an old one. This from Dell puts out 6 amps on 19.5 volts, so that's way enough for this application. I'm opening this up to get more room, because the half of this is space. So first we have to take out the woofer's tweeters. I already did that. Note down what color the tweeter is and what color the woofer is. In this case yellow tweeter, red woofer. Then we're gonna connect them together. We're gonna drill some holes, see if we can line them up straight, and then connect them together. So the holes are in. To get the holes on the other side, we're gonna line them up exactly how we want them, and then make a little dot and drill another other 2 holes. They should line up now. We're gonna drill the other side, and then we're gonna use smaller bolts and nuts with big washers so we can squeeze them together. The holes are in. It's now a matter of lining them up and put them together with some big ball washers, and we're using some glue as well. It's a bit fiddly, but once you get to the end they tighten together. These are connected solid. You can do all kinds of things with it. We're gonna make a handle like that. We're first gonna determine where we want to install it. Gonna measure it, the connecting holes, so we can drill some holes so we can connect this again. I'm gonna use some mask tape before drilling, so the veneer is nice and don't crack. With a little bit measuring you can get the correct measures, so that it fits exactly in the middle and exactly how you want it. So let's drill these holes and connect this one. We got the holes for the handle. We're not connected yet, gonna connect it yet, because the next step is get the hole ready for the amplifier. Also, you don't want to forget, you want to have some leads from the one to the other from the amplifier, so you need an extra hole from the one speaker to the other speaker. So I drilled it straight through to the other side, so I can connect my other speaker on this side. I'm gonna install the amp and the power supply in the same speaker, so on the left side. I determined this side was gonna be the best side. I'm using a piece of plexiglass, so the amplifier will fit on the glass and the glass will hold it. I already drilled the holes, so it's gonna look like that. Now determine that we got enough space for the amp to sit in there. So we need just like this, yeah. So this I measured also. I'm gonna draw it and I'm gonna cut it, and hopefully it fits fine. So I measured both the amp and the power input and brought out what we got out. I found this in somewhere in an old power supply thing, and I took it out, using it for the on-off switch and the power in. This runs to the power adapter what's inside, that runs the amp what's on the top, and then the wiring mostly stays on one side and one wire is going to the other side to give the other speakers some power. So I'm gonna cut this out and see if I did my measuring right. That worked out fine. Power is already in, that fitted fine. The amp is gonna go on the top with the glass plate, so we're gonna fit that in there. But first the power supply has to go in, because I need to have power on the board from the inside, so I can drop the board in. So that's the next step. Glue this in somehow, somewhere, and we can connect that to our switch here. That has a normal laptop connector, and I kept the connector on this side so I can stash it somewhere on the side or on the bottom. I have to have a look, but that's going to be fine. The power supply is glued in, connected, so if we give it power and we switch on, the power supply should come on. Now we can connect it to the board and drop the board in and connect and yeah, tighten it up and see if we got sound. I noted down every color what's what, left and right we have here. So this is the power input that comes on the side, and yeah, we're ready to go. It has a line in, but I'm not using it with this project, so it is on Bluetooth only. Power now connected, so we can drop the board in. The plexiglass holds it in place, so we only have to use 4 screws on this side. We can connect it and make it line up a little bit. Now we have to make sure the wires for the right speaker go to the right speaker. So I noted down and I'm going to route them to the holes. We've got the power, the connections, let us say, the connections to the speakers. It has a little filter in it, so the board itself, it doesn't have filters. This is the original filters what came with these, so I'm using these. The last step, connecting the speaker wires, and then we can give it a go. Let's see if it works. So the last screw goes in, the speakers are back in, everything is connected. Only the amp we need to connect, we only have to screw it in on the spot we want. But first we're going to test it. So this is the finished product. It should work. You have to give it power on off and we'll see if it works. Now it powers up fine. I find it under Jam Audio on the phone, and yeah, it plays music, so we're happy. Thank you for watching my video. If you have questions, drop them below and I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah, you can also build your own case, it's just how you prefer it. These Amplifier boards are, for their money, very good quality, so I'm happy with a speaker less than 50 euros, and yeah, super sound. You can't hear that, of course, but my microphone is not good, so it's not comparable to let you listen to it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.